record Chaitanya Mangala and Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Yeah. Lochan Das Thakura. Is there any song that we recently heard about Lochan Das Thakura? Can somebody say what that is? Recently. We sang it again and again during Gaur Purnima. Parama Karuna Bahuduyi Charanam Nitai Gaura Chandram. Okay, we'll go ahead, start now. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthai Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devim Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschanti Sada Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadate Swapadam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindaki Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, dear devotees, we can start reading, please. Yeah, from there. Uddhava, listen carefully.
Jagannath Vasni Mataji, maybe you can start. Let's try again this time.
Yes, Prabhu, say that again.
Well, I was saying to Jagannath Vasni Mataji for last week, she's been trying and not able to read. So I was thinking if she's available, she could try to.
Nice of you, Prabhu. You're keeping
Thank
track
you so
of
much.
it.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Hare.
Uddhava, listen carefully, and I will tell you about a wonderful pastime I saw in Dwaraka. In the spiritual world, when I arrived in Dwaraka, Lord Krishna was sitting on his throne with Queen Rukmini. The Lord was telling Rukmini about his desire to distribute his own love to people in general. Seeing I was in a disturbed state, the Lord asked about my condition. Then I expressed my heart to the Lord. With a smiling face, Lord Krishna said, Narada, just now, Rukmini is telling me about the glories of pure love. I am becoming overwhelmed with ecstasy, simple to hear about it. In Kali Yuga, I will manifest a humble mood in order to taste the love of my beloved. I will give that love to the people.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. I will manifest a humble mood. Humble mood in order to taste the love of my beloved. That humble mood, see, when there is arrogance in the heart, arrogance is how big I am, how right I am, how better I am. So by default, putting ourselves on a higher seat than others, by default, the software defect, that is arrogance. And we are conditioned like that. So when there is arrogance, the heart is hard. And bhakti is about soft heart. Bhakti is about soft heart. So as I'm performing bhakti, days may pass by, months may pass by, and years may pass by. But if I don't see the indicator, within. If that arrogance is going away, then the heart will remain hard. And when the heart is hard like that, whatever we are hearing, Krishna Katha, Nama, everything, what happens on the water when it falls on a stone? It just gets dripped off. It's not absorbed inside. It's not absorbed inside. So it is such a great requisite. It's such a great requisite for the heart to get softened. Like it is a requisite for a receptacle to absorb the water, to get wet. See, for example, if there is a sponge, then we put water in the sponge, it goes there, stays in because it is soft. If we put water on the stone, it doesn't stay. It gets wet superficially, but doesn't stay. Doesn't stay there. The sooner I realize this truth in my spiritual life, the better for me. The better for me. Otherwise, the time just go by in illusion, hard-hearted illusion. When the heart is hard like that, with arrogance, putting ourselves above than others, then the mellows of bhakti cannot be tasted. The ruchi of the nama cannot be tasted. And a humble heart is soft. Is soft. And because the humble heart is soft, when the nama is uttered, or when the katha is uttered, it goes and sits there in the soft heart, and the softness grows more and more. That soft heart is a pretty strong heart, a devotionally very strong heart. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he descended, in every action that Gauranga did, every gesture of Gauranga when he's teaching, he really physically showed how humility is expressed. And if it is not there initially, for us, at least we should hear that this is a requisite. If the humility is not cultivated within, we cannot go on in bhakti safely for a long time because we tend to do aparadhas. The flow of bhakti is so natural and potent that it can just beautifully flow. It is stopped only by aparadhas. When the heart is hard, that stops the flow of bhakti. That's why when this humility is not natural of us, at least we should hear that this is essential requisite, not really optional. If we decide to be in bhakti for a long time to come, and if we decide to get steadiness, and if we desire to get the taste, the real taste in bhakti, humility is an essential requisite that we have to hear. And second thing is, then how do I cultivate it? All these bhajans of acharyas are completely filled with humility. Dante Trina Dharakut, Daki Tomara. Kripa Kori Shoamar Hridaya Mandire, full of humility. So when we hear those bhajans, it is very evident that we don't have anything of what they have. Then we just pray, we just hear that again and again and contemplate on that. And as we hear and contemplate the Vani of these Mahajanas, then every day we take the opportunity to practice it. Hear from the Mahajanas, think about it, and practice it in a prayerful way. Oh Lord, such an unfortunate condition am I in. Humility is supposed to be my natural constitutional position. But my situation is so pitiful, very hard-hearted. So let me try to please you. And then we put the efforts in a prayerful way, day after day. So, and then we will come to see, as we gradually head in that direction in bhakti, whatever we were hearing before and we did not understand well, and whatever we have heard before but did not sink in well and did not have effect on us, and whatever bhajans that we have heard in the past and sounded only like words, all that thing, and Srila Prabhupada purports, whatever we have heard and we thought, oh, it's the same thing, all that gradually changes. It's the same person. We are the same persons. But because of the change in the heart inside, gradually, we will perceive the subject matter and the nama that is coming to us in a more potent way. And our perception about bhakti, about the people around, everything changes. Everything changes. And this humility mode is directly related to Trinada Pisunichena, Tarura Pisahishna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadhari. How do I cultivate humility? This is how Sriman Mahaprabhu said. This is how you cultivate humility. Trinada Pisunichena. Be tolerant. Trinada Pisunichena is be grateful. Grateful to what is being given to you at all times. And see how insignificant you are. How insignificant I am. We are, after all, Jiva Tattvas. How significant can we be? And then Tarorape Sahishvana. Because of our own unwanted things that come out, and when these unwanted things coming out kind of match the frequency with other people, then that is when we undergo the friction. So when that infliction happens from outside or from within, then it's hard to take it. It is hard. Then we just hold on to the lotus feet tight and then tolerate it. Beautifully, Gauranga Mahaprabhu already said this. This will happen to you in bhakti. It will happen to you. You will feel arrogant and proud and big. But that's not the case. You are very insignificant. You will feel very apathetic, ungrateful, and resentful. But that's not how you should be. You should be grateful. And you will get inflicted, not might. We are all conditional, right? You will get inflicted with the thoughts that you have from within and from others, Adhyatmika, Adibhautika. That's when you hold on to the lotus feet tight. Tolerate. Let that anartha that is coming up just go away. Do not react to it. Hold on to the lotus feet. Tolerate. And amanina manadena. You will feel like you deserve respect from everybody. Everybody should respect you. Everybody should recognize you. Everybody should applaud to you. Everybody should think about you, talk about you. You will feel like that, but that's not the case. Whatever you have is simply because of the mercy that is flowing down through the Guru Tattva. So, yogyata vichare kichu nahi paaye tomara karuna sara. So that is your constitutional position. Remember that. So do not expect any respect. It is an illusory bubble. So be in the reality. And then know that what you have today now is simply the bhiksha that you have received. And when you look at others, you may not want to respect them. You may find so many faults with them. But what you need to do is, you have to respect them. Because Krishna Adhisthana, you may have disagreements with them. Or you may dislike them. But still Krishna is sitting in everybody's heart. So you have to respect them. So when you do this, then you will be able to do Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Then you will get the Nam Ruchi. That's one explanation. And then we think, oh, Krishna. Not just one, not just two, not just three, 4 huge mountains. When will I be able to do that? So the other explanation that is given is the Nama that is brought by Gauranga Mahaprabhu is so merciful and so potent. Keep chanting, keep calling the Lord, keep calling out to the Lord. Harinama is so merciful and so potent. It will naturally induce you from within to do all these things that were said. It will naturally induce you. It will inspire you. It will give you the strength. And it will help you make the necessary adjustments. It will do everything that is needed for you. Simply call out, Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Chant, 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 chant and chant. Then these things, Holy Name will give you. That's one more explanation. That's humble mode. Humble mode. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, we all have our Kantimalas, right? So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, this Trinadapi Sunichina, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanina, Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari should be our Kantimala. It is more like an entrance ticket for us to actually enter into the realm of bhakti. Yeah. As long as I don't give excuses for not doing it, that's all. That's all. As long as I don't tend to give excuses for not being it, I admit that I'm weak and I don't have all these qualities. Number 1. Number 2, I shouldn't be giving excuses. Why I cannot have those 4 requisites that is said. Then when I chant without an excuse and say Harinam, please, please, because there is so much to beg. And then the holy name is very merciful. Shri Guru and Gauranga, them. Shri Guru brings us to Gauranga. Gauranga is now telling us how to come to that humble state, so we can come to Niraparada Nama. And then the holy name will give all that we need. I think, humble mood. That was just one paragraph, right, Mataji? Humble mood, 2 paragraphs. That's what you read. I'll manifest a humble mood in order to taste the love of my beloved. Love of my beloved. That's the Lord in the heart. I will give that love to the people. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying, I'll come down, I'll teach as I'm teaching. I will taste that love of my beloved. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he didn't put any active effort to give that love to the people when he was walking through the Jharkhand forest. What all he was doing was just tasting that, relishing that love for him. Srimati Radharani's love for the Lord Krishna. So that's what he was doing, simply relishing it so deeply that he thought that Jharkhand forest is Vrindavana. He didn't care it was rhinoceros, if they were rhinoceros or tigers or elephants. He was just dancing and walking through the herds of rhinoceros, and they were just giving the way to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And as they give the way, they were starting to dance. Lions and tigers and rhinoceros and everybody, the deers, everybody, they were just dancing and they were hugging each other. A tiger hugging a deer? How natural is that? And did Gauranga Mahaprabhu try to induce anything to them? No. He was just tasting it so deeply that it was overflowing so much that all these animals could feel that love. They were infused with that and they were dancing. Not only the animals, but the stones which are not living, they started melting. They started melting. That's Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Yeah, dear devotees, I think we will pause here. It's almost 9 o'clock. Yes, please. Anything that you have to, that you want to say, to keep it in your heart until we hear the katha again. So instead of take-home points, you're take in